Hello, hello. There definitely is some type of magic when you are focusing on focusing. So, I have been focusing on focusing for about a month now, and I don't want to stop because it is feeling so good, so exciting, so expansive. And so, thank you for tuning in. How have you been tuning into focus in the last little while? Maybe there's something in the air about focus right now, if everybody is kind of tuning into hunkering down and finishing some things that you are wanting to complete before the year end. Maybe that also is an inspiration for focus, is that we're coming to the end of the year and we have all of these goals that we set last January, and where are we at now? And maybe you're feeling like, oh, I didn't get to that, or I'm almost close to that. I'd love to know in the comments. And if you're watching the replay or you're watching live, please comment anytime. I'll come back to them and check them. And so I'm Jennifer Sifert. I'm your receptive radio host. I'm a leadership mentor, a shaman, an energy strategist, a meditation expert. I work with life force, with the elements of nature, and I have a big background in accounting, entrepreneurs and their patterns, and also with horse racing and the patterns of discipline and commitment into getting into the winner's circle. So, back to focus. I am creating something. I'm creating something new, and it's requiring a lot of focus. And I'm actually creating like 5 things at once. And some of these projects have been 3-year or longer projects. Some of them have been a year-long project. Some of them we're getting into a house renovation, so that's been we're 1 year in, and it's going to be going into another year project, like the actual building. The design took a year. I'm creating a summit. I have 2 books coming out in the new year, and all of those take a lot of focus and time. And not to, and of course, I'm building a business. And it's a completely different thing than I've ever been educated for before. And so I've been really being educated on the job, on hands-on, which is the best way to learn, but with coaches and mentors helping me to get there. And sometimes, if you're an entrepreneur like me, things might get shiny. Like you might think, oh, I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and I have to do that. And you get pulled in all of these different directions. And I got to close my email because it's trying to pull my focus away from this episode. and so how do you get pulled away from your focus? And here's Teresa's commenting, and thank you so much, Teresa, for watching, and thank you everyone else who's coming on live right now to connect. There is so many things. Did you see that? How I just got like distracted. There's so many things that can pull you off your focus. And when you're sitting by yourself in your own home office and you're the boss and you're the entrepreneur, you're the CEO, you're the founder, how do you commit to yourself to stay focused? For me, I have to put on like dress clothes, makeup, do my hair, and operate like I'm in the, with a calendar and all of that stuff. That really helps me focus. But the one thing that I'm really noticing that's helping me focus is energy, life force, being around other people who are conscious, aware, and high vibe. And I've been hanging around those people for a while now, but now I'm even getting closer to them and hanging out more with them. And we're actually creating together. We're being co-creative together. And it is super powerful. And it helps you to narrow down and really implement those things that you want to get done. And so think about what you want to get done before the end of the year right now. Is it a sales offer, a book edit, or a book completion? Is it Is it like something about shopping? Is it something, what is it in your life that you really want to complete? Maybe you want to end something. Maybe you want to end a relationship. Maybe you want to finish something about your health. You want to stop doing something in your health, like that's not supportive to you. These are all things that we can get distracted from. Like I'm also working strong on my health. So I'm a project, not just my work and everything. I'm the project, just like you might be the project. So we can get very distracted from what we want to do, especially when we're visionaries and entrepreneurs. But what can help you to narrow that focus in is deciding what you're going to focus on, and picking times and spots and places, and having really good coaches and mentors and other people to implement and to work with, to do it side by side with. So I want to just tell you a little bit about what I've been doing. I'm creating something new, and it is all around focus. And because I've been inside of it, like in the jar, looking from the inside, but also coming at it from the outside, I have been getting a lot of insight, and I'm creating a fabulous training around this that can really be supportive. And like I said at the beginning, there's something magical about focus when you focus on focus. And like even saying that word focus, it has this way of like focus, of bringing you into like a laser type of energy where you can really come into, doing what you're doing. Like I'm focusing on this live stream right now. And I could totally get distracted if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So I'm staying focused. So the other thing I've also been noticing while I've been staying focused is that the edges of, I'm going to use my hands. I love to use my hands. As you can tell, I talk with my hands. We have energy around us. We have energy inside of us, and everything about us is energy, but we have matter, so we can feel ourselves, but still energy creates sensations inside of you. And it helps you to know that you're an energetic being. So we also have energy, but it's invisible. So you have to really use your imagination and pay attention and decide and like intend that you have an energetic boundary around you. And so there's this energetic boundary around you, and you can work it. You can work it to your benefit. You can work it to help you expand, grow, be brighter, be more magnetic, and be even more attractive. But it can also do the other thing. It can also be like cloudy, foggy, dirty, and closed. So it takes intention. You have to work with your energetic field, which is also supported by your physical body, mental and heart and everything. So I've been noticing as I've been focusing, creating this new thing, that it's exciting. It's exciting. So because it's my career, my business, my creation, even if I work longer at it, be more intentional with it, get really focused with it, don't know how to do some stuff, need to figure things out, like refine. I'm finding it to be highly exciting and not stressful, highly exciting. And that highly exciting energy is being noticed by other people. I went to Best Buy and Walmart last night because I needed new pods so I can listen to Bob Proctor while I'm working out. And my old earbuds, I couldn't hear anything. So that they're 7 or 8 years old. So I went and got this. So I'm talking to the guy at Best Buy about which ones to buy. They're on sale and they're $239. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll think about it. And they wouldn't show it to me. They wouldn't like show me these. It was a cardboard. I had to look at a cardboard piece to find out what I wanted to buy. And so I said, okay, fine. I walked away, and I was buying a network cable. And so as I'm walking away, this other guy comes up to me and he says, "Were you talking about getting AirPods? Go to Walmart across the street. They're $2.19." And he was like, he came right up to me out of nowhere and told me this. And then I noticed as I was walking around everywhere in the last week, I was at some other places earlier this week. I'd walk in and smile, and everybody was smiling back at me. They were just really like smiling and really connecting with me energetically. And so I was noticing, oh, interesting. Interesting. And even and other people last night were all over me, just being helpful, helping me get whatever I needed. And I didn't even need to ask for any help. It was really awesome. So that's highly exciting energy, is really attractive, magnetic. And it is different. It is different from when you are highly stressed. Because I've been highly stressed before. And when I'm highly stressed, I get intense. I'm a direct person and I like to get things done, and I get sharp and testy and stay out of my way kind of energy happens. Do you know that energy? Maybe you know that energy. And that kind of energy like would turn up when I was an accountant and I had deadlines and 50, I had to file like 500 tax returns on one day or something like that. I had no patience for anything get it going wrong. I had to, I was working in a really high stress. And so I was not willing to like socialize. I had to keep focused. And so I had to shut everything out. And it wasn't like I was nasty or anything, but it was just like, I don't want to, play and talk about, be friendly. I want to get stuff done. And so I'm really noticing the difference between high excitement energy when it's for yourself as an entrepreneur and you're creating something that can like blow everything out of the water for you and create even if it just does nominal, it was so fun to create it compared to like, oh, I have to do this. It has to happen. It has to happen. I have to make this happen no matter what. And, like you're holding it all together and there's consequences of big repercussions, fines and penalties if you don't get it done. And that's highly stressful. And so I'm just noticing the difference. And so in that highly stressful energy, my field around me wasn't radiant and bright and asking people to come and be in my field. It was more, I had it programmed to like, stay the hell out of my way. Don't come near me because I have to get this done. Otherwise, yeah, like, so just notice if you've ever experienced what I'm talking about. Maybe you've been in corporate and you've experienced this type of pressure, this type of stress, and just notice how you become in that stress and then how the other people, you like push people away from you in that stress. And now maybe you're an entrepreneur, and are you excited about what you're doing, about what you're creating, about the offers, the opportunities, the sales and marketing, the trainings, like the actual delivery? Are you really excited? Or are you feeling still a little stressed like you did when you were in corporate? And if you're still in corporate, I'm going to tell you something. When you do things for yourself, it's a whole different game, and you can get into this highly excited energy, which is super magnetic and attractive. So there's a big difference between high stress and high excitement. And I'm really noticing it. And I've got the chat going here. And there's lots of stuff going on. I can't keep up with it, but I will come back later to answer it all. So there's a cost to not focusing when you're in your business as an entrepreneur, there's a cost. You're not going to get the things done. And you're also going to miss out on the high excitement that you can create while you're focusing. Because there's a lot of excitement that I'm realizing that when you're tuning into that frequency of focusing on what you want to finish and complete, you can get excited about it instead of being stressed about it. So I invite you, if you want to talk to me about this, please reach out to me. I'll put my connection call link in here. If you have any revelations, I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about the difference between high excitement and high stress when you're focusing and getting stuff done. So a mini practice you can try or use to finish some of your goals that matter before the end of the year is to put, as my coach would call them, Del Lewis, power blocks on your calendar. And so on that empty white space, you know, when you have like a client and then a meeting, and then there's white space in between on your Outlook or Google Calendar. In that white space, actually put something in there and just call it a power block. And that is like your get it done time. That is your time to work on projects. And during that power block, treat it like you're meeting, it's your VIP client and you're meeting your VIP client. You have to come, you have to be there on time, and you're going to finish on time. And you're going to work for that 2 hour or 1 hour or 3 hour block that you create on your calendar. And you're going to focus on one thing. And then you're going to, if you have time, you'll focus on the next thing. You just stay with one thing. And by putting it on your calendar, your intention to do that is there. And your commitment to show up for it is there. You're showing up just like you have a VIP client or potential brand new client even showing up in a Zoom room for you, and you would not want to be late. So you treat it like that type of an appointment. It's VIP, super, super duper important, because your projects are super important, because you are the project. You're the project, because you're the brand, you're the business, you're the CEO, the founder. And sometimes you're your own bottleneck. So you got to show up for this, right? So I do that. I put power blocks on my calendar, and I'm pretty good just because I've been trained to work with a calendar. I worked in an office for 20 years. I'm pretty good at, you know, this type of thing. If I have white space, those are my power blocks. I use them as power blocks, but I also put intentional power blocks so people can't book time in those power blocks. So you have to schedule your projects into your calendar as well, just like clients are scheduled on your calendar. And so I know you want to finish some projects before the end of the year. I absolutely know that. My husband was in here earlier and he's like, because we're going to go to Mexico. He's like, I got to get all these things done. And I want to focus on getting these things done before we go, so that when we are on vacation, we don't have to stress or worry or do work. We can do fun instead and get high excitement out of fun. And when you're wanting to focus and you want to complete, the other thing that I've really noticed, like I told you when I went to the stores last night, is like I'm expanding. I'm expanding because I'm focusing. So there's like a gift inside of focus. There's a gift in the focus, and it's expansion. Your expansion to the next level. And when you complete something, that means you can start something new and birth that into a creation, manifest that into a creation that has a result to it. One that you're creating, you're imagining, you're envisioning, you're offering, and it has an effect for you and for others as well. So this is your moment. It's your time to lead. You are choosing to focus, and therefore the cause is focus. The effect is expansion. So I'm talking about focus. I'm still focused on finishing this creation that I'm working on. It's coming very, very soon. And right now, I invite you to go to Receptive Radio, the Facebook group. If you're not a member already, please join. I'm going to share the link right there. I'll also drop it in the comments. If you're not in Receptive Radio already and you're watching this on YouTube, please like or comment and subscribe to this channel. And if you're watching in the Facebook group, please get some engagement and comment in the chat as well. It's always fun to engage. This is your place. Receptive Radio is your place to create community with other conscious leaders, because I said at the beginning, it's so much more fun when you hang around other people who are very much high vibe, focused on feeling excited about what they're creating. And that is like dancing with a bunch of excited people. And that's what I'm creating in Receptive Radio. And all of you being participants in it create that energy too. And it's like this co-creative manifesting energy that helps us all to grow and expand and stay tuned in to our purpose and our soul's mission and why we're here and what we're meant to do. And so join Receptive Radio if you haven't done it already. Come into the community and participate and grow and expand with us. And I'm so excited that everyone was watching today and all the comments that I can come back to later. Have a fabulous day and tune into the magic of focus this week.